Welcome everybody. Thank you everyone for coming out today. I know it was probably not as compelling a day to leave the house as other days have been. It's a little nasty out, so we really appreciate you coming out. Obviously, I want to extend my first big thank you to Councilor McKenna. Thank you so much for sharing your artwork with us. You know, it's a real asset to the community to have you as a councilor, but also to have you share your creative work with the people around here. So we really appreciate it. Give a round of applause. I also want to recognize Councilor Patch for taking some time to visit us tonight as well. And before I jump into the program, I just wanted to introduce myself, where we are. My name's Elijah Plimaser. I work for the Neighborhood Developers. We're a nonprofit organization that works in Revere and Chelsea. We build affordable housing. We believe in that, you know, safe, stable, healthy homes is the basis of what makes a community great. And so you're sitting in sort of proof of that. This is one of our homes. There are 39 homes here for seniors, and they're able to get the resources they need, live affordably in a really nice downtown area. And this is just one part of the work that we do. So I'm really grateful to have this space to be able to welcome in members of the community and have events like this. We don't just build housing, we also, you know, help build the community fabric, which is part of what we're doing, you know, with these art shows. This is the second one we've had here. We were lucky enough to have Alex Garasev give a presentation about his work. You can see his work out in the hallway, actually. He did that mural and also the community mural in Shirley Avenue, which depicts, you know, people of all ages and origin, and really ties the community together. It's a really wonderful entryway to that neighborhood. But whether it's building housing or hosting arts events, helping people get their taxes done, open a bank account, finish their high school diploma, all of these things are things that the Neighborhood Developers works on because we believe in making the community a better place for everybody who's in it. So if you ever need help on any of those things, housing, banking, taxes, come in our office. We'd be happy to lend you a hand, and if you know anybody that does, don't hesitate to refer them our way. Part of what makes a great neighborhood great is having great neighbors like you guys. And it's also adding some colors to the neighborhood. Art is a way to do that. We are about to launch, or are launching, a campaign for the Shirley Avenue neighborhood and Ward 2 in general to bring more public art to the street by decorating storefronts, electric boxes, crosswalks, really everything we can slap paint on, we're going to try and do. So I'm going to share some slides with you guys about that stuff. But I wanted to share a little quote about like why art's kind of important, and we all understand it's beautiful and pretty to look at, but why do we need community art? Why do we need public art? And so this quote from Robert Lynch from the Lynch Foundation. He states, "Integrating the arts more fully into our lives enriches each of us, and because engaging in the arts brings individuals together, it fosters community. Art and artists aren't only in museums or concert halls. They are all around us. Every one of us has the ability to create and to imagine a way to make our neighborhood healthier or stronger and a more colorful place for everybody." So in that spirit, I want to share some of the mock-ups of what we're hoping to do in the neighborhood. Hopefully they're exciting for you, but basically concept, we're about to see. So this is a typical storefront. This is the Bagel Bin, many of you may know. Fantastic breakfast spot. I've had countless meetings here with members of the community. They've got this awesome wall right over here. That's basically opposite of the Revere Beach Tea Stop, and they volunteered that wall to be used as a mural site. Now, I'm working on pairing them with artists to come up with sketches. So the sketch that you're going to see here isn't exactly what's going to go on that wall. I was just trying to give people a little idea of what it could look like if we added a few splashes of color. And so with some art, you can totally transform the way you perceive a corner, or the way you perceive an alley in between two buildings that previously just had peeling paint and some AC units sticking out. So that's, you know, just a tiny little canvas that we have to work with. This is Vito's shop. He's on Thornton Street. He's been a real fixture of the community. He used to throw block parties where, you know, he had cars lined up. People loved it. And he's really interested in doing up the outside of his shop so that it represents kind of what he does. And this is what it could look like after the treatment. Just a simple way of transforming these grates into something that maybe isn't so aesthetically pleasing, into something that's a real canvas for our local artists to be able to share their talent with us. And also to be able to do it in a way that reflects the people that make up our community. It's really important to us to make sure that the folks that live in Revere are able to express themselves creatively on the canvas of the city. And we want to help that happen in any way we can. Another building is Ocean Plaza. It's currently, these grates are down pretty often because it's a church. So most of the week they're shut. And I think they have like 3 days a week where they are open. And so having these grates down all the time sort of projects an image of insecurity. Like it's not a safe space, even though it is, if you look at the statistics, it is a safe neighborhood and so much safer than its reputation. So just adding some color here could really make a big difference. This is sort of intersection of Walden Street and Shirley. You guys might be familiar with this block of buildings here. You know, there's a lot of potential. You see all these grates down, everybody's got different hours. So something that we could do here looks a little like this. And these are the works that are on there. Isn't necessarily exactly what's going to go on there, but these are works that are done by the artists that have signed up to work on this project. So these are some of their styles that I wanted to showcase. And it's just a little glimpse of how transformative adding a splash of color can be. Next and final image, I believe. This is the beginning of the business district. There's Casablanca Bakery on the left and Shirley Ave Variety. This area we wanted to do a cultural crosswalk. So a crosswalk that has a design that reflects the community there. There's a Moroccan business there, so I picked a sort of classical Moroccan pattern as like a crosswalk, and they've also volunteered their wall as a mural site. So these are all really big reach goals that we're confident we can do it, but we can't do it without community support. And the biggest component of this project is that it's a crowd-funded project. That means it's like a Kickstarter. So we're looking for everybody and anybody to volunteer their time, volunteer their money, volunteer their friends, their children, whoever, anybody who can pick up a paintbrush to making this project happen so we can show that it's possible and show that we can do it all around the city. It doesn't just have to be concentrated in one neighborhood. We want to make the whole city art possible.
How long have you been fundraising?
Huh?
How long have you been fundraising?
We've been working on fundraising for almost 2 months, I would say. We've got some money set aside already, but I think we're around like the $6,000 mark, and we're really shooting for $15,000. That's what it's going to take to make something like this fully materialize. So
you're looking at commercial as well as residential.
Yeah, well, all of the sites are mostly commercial. We're looking for everybody's support though. So as most of you may have received already, you have a little card that's about celebrating Shirley Ave. On the back of that card, you're able to put your information and pledge a gift in whatever amount you can make to make this art project possible so that we can have more and more arts programming in the community. So I'd really appreciate if you guys could take the time just to take a look at it and spare what you can to support making Revere a more artful place.